Hi all, in this video we'll be learning the physical principles of tidal energy. Basically we should know what is the reason behind this tidal energy or the tides that is formed. Generally it is just because of the gravitational interaction between the moon, sun and the earth attributes the rhythmic rising and lowering of tidal height. So we'll have the sun, moon and the earth, and it is all because of this gravitational interaction between this sun, moon and the earth. The tides are formed, or the height is formed, height of the tides. So the attraction force exerted by the moon or the sun on a molecule of water is actually calculated by a formula like the attraction force is actually proportional to the gravitation and mass and inversely proportional to the distance between the sun and the moon, the earth. So due to the less distance between the moon and the earth, the moon exerts nearly more than two times greater force on the tides as compared to the sun. So as a result, the tide closely follows the moon during its rotation around the earth, bulging along the axis pointing directly at the moon. So when the sun and the moon are in line, whether pulling on the same side or on the opposite side, the gravitational forces are combined together, and this results in a high spring tide. Okay, so if they are in the same line, either here or here, whatever it is, new moon or full moon, whatever it is, so that exerts a spring tide or a high tide. Okay, and whereas when the moon and the sun are located at 90-degree angle like this during after the full moon or the new moon, between the 15 days or the 14 days, in that particular time the gravitational force pulls the water in different directions, causing the bulges to eliminate each other's effect. So this results in a smaller difference between the high and low tides, which is also known as the neap tide. So this is the spring tide and this is the neap tide. So when the tide is during the full moon or the new moon, we call it as the spring tide, and when the tide is exactly between the full moon and the new moon, nothing but between the 15 days, either this 15 days or this 15 days, whatever may be the first quarter or the third quarter, then that is called as the neap tide. Same has been shown here in a different diagram. So the concepts are shown in this figure. The period between the two spring tides or the neap tides is around 15 days or the 14 days. That's what I told you, half of the lunar cycle. The range of a spring tide is commonly about twice as that of a neap tide. So whereas the longer period cycles impose smaller perturbations. This is what is called as the lunar tides and the solar tides. So this is nothing but the spring tides and the neap tides. So there's a gap of 14 days between these two, and it is bulging when it is in the same line, and it is less bulgier when it is in the first and third quarter, which is nothing but exactly 90 degrees, where the tides are called as the neap tides. Thank you.